युहन्तः प्रविश्यमवाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्ति किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं किं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि वृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। 77. बुद्धिस्थिरा भवितुमीश्वरपादपद्मसत्ता वधूर्विरहिणी वसदा स्मरन्ति सद्भावना स्मरणदर्शनकीर्तनादि सम्मोहितेव शिवमन्त्रजपेन विन्ते सदुपचारविधिष्वनुबोधिताम् सविनयां सुहृदं समुपाश्रितां मम समुद्धर बुद्धिमिमां प्रभो वरगुणेन नवोढवधूमिव नित्यं योगिमनस्सरोजदलसञ्चारक्षमस्त्वक्रमः शम्भो तेन कथं कठोरयमराड् वक्षकवाटक्षसीः अत्यन्तं मृदुलं त्वदङ्घ्रियुगलं हामे मनश्चिन्तयत्येतल्लोचनगोचरं कुरु विभो हस्तेन संवाहये येष्यत्येष जनिं मनोस्य कठिनं तस्मिन्नटानीति मद्रक्षायै गिरिसीं पुराभ्यासितः नो चेत् दिव्यगृहान्तरेषु सुमनस्तल्पेषु वेद्यादिषु प्रायः सत्सुशिलाकलेषु नटनं शम्भो किमर्थं वद तव कञ्चित् कालमुमामहेश भवतः पादारविन्दार्चनैः कञ्चित् ध्यानसमाधिभिश्च नतिभिः कञ्चित् कथाकर्णनैः
कञ्चिदवेक्षणैश्च नुतिभिः कञ्चित् दशामीदृशीम्
यः प्राप्नोति मुदा त्वदर्पितमनाः जीवन् समुक्तः खलु. Up to this verse 81. So in this verse he says Saha Jivanneva Muktah Khalu. Isn't it indeed that this person is liberated even as he is living? So the ultimate thing that a human seeks is getting liberated from the sorrows. So the person who engages himself in these ways is indeed a liberated person. So that is what he was trying to convey. Who is indeed a liberated person? Because this person who engages himself with a variety of activities, natibhihi, nutibhihi, and so on and so forth. This natibhihi, nutibhihi, and so on is stated because we will not be able to train our mind to get glued to a particular activity, for a stretched period of time. Ultimately, even in Bhagavad Gita, so Krishna says, Mam anusmara yudhyacha. So Mam anusmara yudhyacha means yudhyacha is to be taken as upalakshana. Upalakshana for all the activities that you are doing. Mam anusmara yudhyacha, if he says, so think of me and then get into activity. So think of me and get into activity is just to remind ourselves of what we may have to do when we engage. So if you set into some activity, so you just pray to Ishvara that may things be favorable to me. When something comes out of the activity, then once again you remind yourself, Ishvara, it is because of your prasada I got it. Now, if this kind of an attitude is developed, then Jivan Samukta Khalu, because he doesn't really get too much bothered about it. And the way to remind oneself of Ishvara at the beginning, when you are undertaking, is one way. And on a daily basis, you can just think of in a fixed point, period. It can be morning or evening or both, for a short while, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So there you can do a general prayer. Whatever that I engage myself with today, may it be. So this is one way of making prarthana. So it is keeping all this in mind. So here he says, Jivan Samuktaha Khalu. If you have more time, so there are some people who find more time because they don't have anything after retirement to do. Then if you have more time, so then instead of getting unnecessarily bored, so you can pick up some stotra, you can keep reading. If you don't know the meaning, you can just try to learn that. So this is how you can engage yourself in a productive way instead of becoming insane very soon. Okay. So this is a problem. So many people I see. So there were a professor who got retired. He said, so from next year I will be retired. So can you find some way by which I can engage myself with activity in your unit? He was asking. Because they don't find other kinds of activities. Anyway, so this literature, if you start enjoying, lifetime is not sufficient. Lifetime is not sufficient. Narayaniam is sufficient. Sivanandalahari is sufficient. Take Kalidasa's any of the work, that is sufficient. Take Ramayana, it will be sufficient. Take Bhagavata, it is sufficient. So in one lifetime, one will not be able to really enjoy the beauty of the literature. So for that, the only way is to pick up a little bit of language and know how to read it. The more you read it, the more you will gain from it. Okay, so this is very important. That is why it is important to learn this. And for some people, if they cannot exercise control over mind, even as they are walking or they are traveling, their mind will be restless. So there you have memorized some verses. So you can keep recounting. It will be a very, very productive way of spending time and not knowing that you are spending time in this activity. Otherwise you will be, I have seen people, even for 2-3 minutes they will become very restless. Even if it is 20 minutes, if you have learned some verses, so if you can recall, so it is a great way of spending time. Okay, so this much is the introduction now. Stutibihi, Natibihi, Stutibihi, all that he is saying. So this is possible only when we memorize. Okay, Kanchit Kala Uma Mahesha. Okay. If you have the right attitude, you can go and pluck some flowers. You can plant something, and the flowers, once they start blooming, you will become really happy. Your heart will also blossom. Okay, these are other ways of Arama Pushpavatika, that is what they say. So in plucking the flowers from your own garden which you have planted, you will have a lot of joy. Okay, so this we have seen in our childhood, so in our grandfather's place. Every day for puja we are supposed to collect some flowers. If the flowers are not there, then you will go to some other house and then get that flower in the morning. Okay. So, but if you have watered, see, we stay there for months. If you have watered something and it starts flowering, then you have a lot of joy. Your heart also starts flowering. So that is what he is trying to say. See, different kinds of activities. Uma Mahesha Bhavadah Padaravindarchanihi Kanchit Dhyana Samadhibhishta Natibhihi Kanchit Katha Karnanihi. Sometimes, so chanting the verses, sometimes doing namaskara, sometimes plucking flowers, sometimes doing archana. Nutibhihi. So, yah prapnoti muda tvadarpitamanaha jivanta muktah khalu. Okay, now the next verse. Banatvam rishabhattvamardhavapusha.
Banatvam rishabhattvamardhavapusha.
Banatvam rishabhattvamardhavapusha. Bharyatvam aryapate. Bharyatvam aryapate. Bharyatvam aryapate. Ghonitvam sakhita. Ghonitvam sakhita. Ghonitvam sakhita. Mridangavahata. Mridangavahata.
Mridangavahata.
Chetyadirupam dadhau. Chetyadirupam dadhau. Chetyadirupam dadhau. Tvatpade nayanarpanam cha kritavan. Tvatpade nayanarpanam cha kritavan. Tvatpade nayanarpanam cha kritavan. Tvadeha bhago harihi. Tvadeha bhago harihi. Tvadeha bhago harihi. Pujyahat pujyataraha. Pujyahat pujyataraha. Pujyahat pujyataraha. Sayeva hinachet. Sayeva hinachet. Sayeva hinachet. Sayeva hinachet. Kova tadanyodhikaha. Kova tadanyodhikaha.
Kova tadanyodhikaha.
This is an interesting verse. Pujyat pujyataraha sayeva hi nachet kova tadanyodhikaha. Tadanyaha kaha adhikaha. So the word tat here refers to Parameshwara. So who can be a greater person than this Parameshwara? Tadanyaha adhikaha kova syatu. Pujyataraha means the one who is worthy of being worshipped. Pujyaha itself is the one who is worthy of worship, being worshipped. Pujyaha. Pujyat ayam pujyataraha. So by the word pujya he refers to someone. Then he says, I am pujyataraha. Shiva is pujyataraha. Pujyat pujyataraha. Now, whom is he referring to? In the third quarter, you see the last word, Harihi. Harihi is Vishnu. Now he is describing Vishnu to have taken various forms in order to get himself associated with Parameshwara. So that is what the first half of the verse describes. See, he says, Banatvam, Vrishabhatvam, Ardhavapusha, Arya Aryatvam, Bharyatvam, Aryapate. Aryapate is the addressing word. Addressing word for Parameshwara employed here. Arya means Amba. Arya literally means the one who is to be venerated. The one who is to be venerated. One who is to be venerated for the virtues that he possesses, for the lifestyle, for the vision that he possesses. That is how the word Arya himself comes. Okay? Arya means someone who is noble, respectable. Now, Aryapate here refers to Parameshwara. He Aryapate Ityadi Rupam Dadhau. Ityadi Rupam Dadhau. Rupa means forms. So, who took these multiple forms? Harihi. So, Harihi Ityadi Rupam Dadhau. He took various forms. What are the forms that have been taken by Hari? He is just listing them. Banatvam, Vrishabhatvam, Ardhavapusha, Bharyatvam. So, three things are described in the first quarter. Then, if you see the second quarter, he once again makes a list. Ghonitvam Sakhita Mridanga Vahata Cha Ityadi and so on. So, Ghonitvam Sakhita Mridanga Vahata. So, there are 6 forms which are described to have been taken by Hari in order to assist Parameshwara or associate himself with Parameshwara. So, some of these forms are inanimate forms, some of these forms are animate forms, but in form of animals. Some of these forms that are described here are female forms, and there is one particular form where he has been serving as an instrumentalist. So, Parameshwara is the one who is the performer, and he is just a percussionist, okay, who is associating himself with Parameshwara in the dance that he performs. So, there are 6 things. We will see them in detail. Where is it described? In fact, today, the last couple of hours was an exercise for me to find out. So, where are these described? We will have some very interesting verses now. So, first let us quickly understand the meaning of this, simple meaning. Banatvam, Vrishabhatvam, Ardhavapusha, Bharyatvam, Aryapate, Ghonitvam, Sakhita, Mridanga, Vahacha, Chetyadi, Rupam, Dadhau. Moreover, he is describing a certain act which was performed. Suvatpade Nayanarpanancha Kritavan Tvadeha Bhago Harihi. So, Tvadeha Bhagaha is the Ardhanadishwara form. Tvatpade Nayanarpanancha Kritavan refers to, so he went in search of, one can think of, so Hari performing the puja of Parameshwara in a place called Rameshwara. Okay. So this is one way. Okay. So Ramasya Ishwaraha Rameshwaraha. So we will take this as Shashti Tatpurusha. Now, Tvatpade Nayanarpanancha Kritavan. So, without the Nayanarpanam, you cannot do puja. So, this is one meaning. The other way Nayanarpanam Kritavan, See, Harihi Tvatpade Nayanarpanam Kritavan. There, see, even earlier we had an instance. He took the form of the boar and then went inside to see. Okay. So this is what is meant in the third quarter of the verse. So Harihi Tvatpade Nayanarpanam Kritavan Tvaddeha Bhagaha means he is a part of your body. Now, the other 6 attributes that he gives, Bhanatvam means at one point of time Hari himself became a Bhana. Okay? So, Bhanatvam Rupam Dathau, Bhanatvam Dathau. Then, Vrishabhatvam Tadrupam Dathau. Then Bharyatvam, then Ghonitvam. Ghonitvam is becoming an Ashwa. No, Ghonitvam is becoming a Varaha. Okay, Ghonitvam is becoming a Varaha. Sakhita Mridanga Vahata, so becoming a friend. Mridanga Vahata, carrying the Mridanga, percussion instrument. So these are the 6 things that are described here. Now, Hari himself enjoys a highly respectable position. If that great Hari so takes all these forms to assist you in the process in which you have engaged yourself, then what to speak of your greatness? Okay, so this is the overall meaning of the verse that we need to understand. Pujahat pujyataraha saye vahinachet va tadanyodhikaha pujyaha harihi pujyataraha parameshwaraha. So tadapekshaya kaha adhikaha. So this is what he is trying to state here. But now I was curious to know, where is this Bhanatvam described? This Bhanatvam, where is it described? So there is a story which I have heard. Tripura Samhara. Tripura Samhara was to be done by Parameshwara. Somewhere I have heard, but then I wanted to find some verse which actually describes the process. This Tripura Samhara. So what became what? So these are things which are nicely described in one verse. But that verse happens to be a challenging verse. Okay, I will teach you. So once I learned this verse, I felt today is made for me. So this, I am sure many of you will enjoy it. I'll tell you where this verse occurs. This verse has been cited. This has been cited by none other than Appaya Dikshita. Appaya Dikshita was a great poet, great philosopher, great composer. So what not? He was a Shastra Parankata. Appaya Dikshita has written a commentary called Nyayarakshamani. Nyayarakshamani is for Ramasutra, which is close. It's a very profound commentary. There he actually quotes this verse to explain a sutra which goes as Tadhetu Vyapadeshacha.
Tadhetu Vyapadeshacha. Tadhetu Vyapadeshacha.
Very good. Now in this sutra, we find the word Tat appearing. Tadhetu Vyapadeshat. Normally, the word tat is taken to be referring to what has been immediately stated before. Okay? Whatever is immediately preceding before is what is understood by the word tat. Okay? Suppose I say Ramaha tatra agatavan. Aham tena sambhashitavan. This tena means Ramena. In this sutra, by the word tat, you may have to take something slightly different from that. But what we need to understand is when you consider an adhikarana, so it is all tied together, right? So though it is an independent sutra by itself, but it is connected with the adhikarana, and therefore what has been stated in the previous or the previous sutras have to be taken by you. In this context, you may have to take a slightly different meaning for the word tat. So in order to elaborate on the process of taking a different meaning, tat is not completely new to sutra, but it has been used in the literature as well. He quotes this verse. So in the Sanskrit literature, you find poets employing the word tat to refer to some other entity than the meaning which you had to associate before. Okay? So there are 2-3 instances in this verse. It is a very beautiful verse. So I will read the verse. You repeat first. नालीकासनमीश्वरशिखरिणाम् 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 तत्कन्धरोत्थायिनः 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 गन्धर्वाः पुनरेतदध्वचरिते गन्धर्वाः पुनरेतदध्वचरिते गन्धर्वाः पुनरेतदध्वचरिते चक्रे तदुद्धारकः चक्रे तदुद्धारकः चक्रे तदुद्धारकः पत्री तत्प्रभवै पत्री तत्प्रभुवैरिणाम् पत्री तत्प्रभुवैरिणाम् पत्री तत्प्रभुवैरिणाम् परिवृढः 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 जीवाचयस्याभवत् 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 जीवान्ते वसताम् जीवान्ते वसताम् जीवान्ते वसताम् रिपुक्षयविधौ 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 देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः तस्मै देवाय नमः तस्मै देवाय नमः I offer my venerations unto that particular deity. Tasmai Devaya Namaha. Kasmai Devaya Namaha. So that is what is described in the rest of the verse. Jivante Vasatam Ripukshaya Vidhau. Ripukshaya Vidhau means in the process of eliminating the enemy. Okay, Ripunam Kshayaha, Ripukshayaha, Tadvidhavu means in the process. Which means he is basically describing the battle. Okay, so whatever is happening. Ripukshaya Vidhavu. So Parameshwara is engaging himself in eliminating the enemies. Enemies of whom? Jivante Vasatam. What does Antevasi mean?
Living near.
Living near.
Inside.
Literally it means living near. So Antevasi is usually used to refer to Shishyas. Shishyas. Ante Vasati means Guroho Samipe Vasati. So this Antevasinam, here who's Antevasi? Jivantevasi. Jiva does not mean life here. So Jiva here refers to Brihaspati. Jivaha is one of the names given to Jupiter, Brihaspati. Okay. So Jivasya Antevasi means the Shishyas of Brihaspati. Who are they? Deva. Deva's guru is Brihaspati. So Jivante Vasinam. See. So Jivante Vasatam Ripukshaya Vidhav. Means Asuras, in order to finish Asuras. Jivante Vasatam Ye Ripavaha Devanam Ye Ripavaha Tesham Kshaya Vidhav Asuranam Kshaya Vidhav. Okay, so this is the process which he is describing. In that process, Yasya Abhavat, Yasya Parameshwarasya Etat Sarvam Abhavat. Okay, so Yasya Etat Abhavat. So there we find the description of Vishnu becoming the Bana. Okay, so it is for this verse. So that is the purpose of this verse, but it is a very beautiful verse. So where does he start with? Nalikasanamishvarashikharinam. Nalikasanam. The word Nalika here refers to Bana. Okay, the first meaning of Nalika is Bana. Nalikasya asanam Nalikasanam. Okay. So Nalikasanam, what do you understand by that? Where does the Bana rest itself? That is the bow. Okay. So Nalikasanam here refers to the bow. Nalikasanam kaha Nalikasanam? Kim Nalikasanam? So there he says Ishvarashikharinam. Shikharinam Ishvaraha. Shikhari, it refers to Ini Pratyaya. It refers to mountain. Okay. So Shikhari means the one which possesses Shikhara. So it refers to mountain. Shikharinam Ishvaraha. It refers to Meru. Meru is described as the Lord of Mountains. Okay. So now he says, in the battle in which Parameshwara was taking a bow, the bow was Meru himself. Okay. Nalikasanam means bow. Shikharinam Ishvaraha. Nalikasanam Ishvara Shikharinam is the first description. Then Tatkandharothayino Gandharvaha. Kandhara Utthayi means Kandhara. Kam here means Shiraha. Kam here means Shiraha. Kam dharatiti Kandharaha, which means Griva. Understand? Kandharaha. Kam Shiraha dharatiti Kandharaha. It refers to Griva. Now, Taduthai means something which emanated from it. So, Kandharothai means that which came out of Griva, means Shabda basically. But Kasya Kandharasya Atra Nirdeshaha. Now, Tat suppose you take. So, Nalikasanam earlier we referred to as bow. Right? Nalikasanam means bow. So, there is nothing like Griva for that. So, Nalikasya asanam, Nalikasanam, if you take, it refers to bow. Now, you take the word Nalikasana and do the Bahuvrihi. So, Nalikam asanam yasyasaha. So, here Nalika means Padma. Okay? So, you have to take a different meaning. So, for whom lotus is the asana, so which refers to Brahma. Okay. Now, Nalikasanasya Kandhara means Brahmanaha Kanthat Agatam. It refers to the Vedaha. Kantham Bhitva Niryato Tasman Mangalika. Anyway, so Brahma is supposed to have at the beginning of Kalpa. So Vedas are supposed to come out of Brahma. Now, Tatkandharothayinaha means Vedaha. Te Gandharvaha. Gandharvaha means Hayaha, Ashvaha. Okay. So in the battle which Parameshwara is said to fight, the bow is Meru Parvata. The horses are themselves described as Vedaha. Vedaha themselves became the chariot. Sorry, the horses, okay, for the Ratha. Tatkandharothayino Gandharvaha. It's a metaphorical description now. So they know where to go, how to go. Veda is a repository of jnana. Gandharvaha. Then he says, Punaha etadadhvacharite chakre. This is a very interesting description. This is like a puzzle. Okay. So if you want to test the ability of a person, so to think and come up with multiple meanings which will fit into the context of a verse in a particular situation, so then this can be given as challenges. That is how people used to compose. Okay. Now, Punaretadadhvacharite. Now you see, etadadhvacharite chakre. Etat, it is like Tachabda. Now, what you understand through this etat now? So, immediately preceding was Gandharva, right? This Gandharva should not be taken as Ashva here. This Gandharva is taken as Devata Vishesha. We know Yaksha, Gandharva, Kinnaraha and so on. So that Gandharvanam Adhva. Adhva means Margaha. Okay. So Adhvacharite. So now this Gandharvadhvacharitam refers to, so in the Akasha, Charitam means wherever they have the tendency to move. So Gandharvanam Adhva means Akasha. So Tatra Charitam means wherever they move. Charite here refers to Surya and Chandra. So they move in Akasha. Understand? Gandharvadhva refers to Akasha. Tatra Charanam Yayoho. Understand? So it refers to Chandra and Surya. Now those two have become the chakra. Understand? Chakre means the wheels. The wheels of the chariot in which Parameshvara was seated are Surya and Chandra themselves. See, that is what it means. Punaretadadhva charite chakre. Now, once again the word tat comes. Taduddharakaha. Here the word chakra should be taken as the Vishnu chakra. Okay, tasya uddharakaha means the one who is holding the chakra in his hand. Taduddharakaha patri. Taduddharakaha patri means, so here Vishnu himself is Bana. Patri means Bana. Patra is feather. Banas also have feather. Understand? So patram asya asti iti patri. Let's see. Okay? Ini pratyaya. Now, what does he say? Taduddharakaha patri means Vishnu is Bana. That is why we quoted this verse. Banatvam. Understand? So let me complete it. Patri tat prabhuvairinam parivridhaha. Now, once again you have the word tat appearing. This is the fourth instance. Here Patri is referred to as Bana in the first meaning. Patri should refer to Bana. Now, tat prabhu means Patrinam Prabhu. Okay. This Patrinam Prabhu here you have to take the word Patri to refer to bird. They also have feather. Okay. Patrinam Prabhu Garuda. Understand? Patrinam Prabhu Garuda. Tat Prabhu Vairi. Who is the Vairi for Garuda? It refers to snakes. Tat Prabhu Vairinam Parivridhaha is a very special usage. Okay, there is one sutra which has been given by Panini to understand the meaning of Parivridhaha. Okay, the sutra number is 7221. Prabhu Parivridhaha. Sutra. Repeat. Prabhu Parivridhaha. Prabhu Parivridhaha. It is a Nipatanam. This Parivridha Shabda is used in the sense of Prabhu, Swami. Okay? Prabhu Parivridhaha. So usually the word Vrihabrihi Vridhau. Okay? That is how the meaning is. But this kind of a usage is there in the sense of Prabhu. Therefore, he gives a sutra like this. Prabhu Parivridha. Okay. Now, come back to the verse. So, what does it say? Patri tat Prabhu Vairinam Parivridhaha. So, we saw that up to Vairi we come to snakes, right? Tat Prabhu Garudaha. Tadvairi, suppose you say, it refers to snakes. Tasya Prabhu, once again he comes. So Tasya Swami means Vasuki. So Vasuki Naga is taken as the Lord of Serpents. Now, what does this Vasuki do? Jiva. See, Jiva means the string of the bow. So the Vasuki himself became the string of the bow. Okay? Patri tat prabhuvairinam parivruddho jiva cha yasya bhavati yasya parameshwarasya. Understand? Yasya parameshwarasya meruhu dhanuhu abhavat yasya parameshwarasya vedaha hayaha abhavan yasya parameshwarasya Vishnu eva sharaha abhavat yasya parameshwarasya dhanushaha vasuki jya abhavat tasmai devaya namaha. Understand? It's a very beautiful verse. Okay? So amazing construction. Now read this. Nalikāsanamīśvaraśikarinām tatkandharoccāyinah gandharvāः punaretadadvacharite chakre taduddharakah patri tatprabhuvairinām parivruddhah jiva cha yasya bhavat जीवाहन्तेव सतां रिपुक्षय विधौ देवाय तस्मै नमः. I don't know who composed this verse, but anyway, it is cited there. Okay. Now, so Banatvam, where it is described, it is described beautifully in this verse. Now let us go to the next one. Vrishabhatvam. This Vrishabhatvam, see, I will not tell much. So this is definitely there in the Tamil literature. Okay. So Malvidai, every describe it. I don't know Sanskrit, one has to see. The basis for that has to be, see, in Tevaram we find that Mal means Thirumal. See, Thirumal is the word used in Tamil to refer to Vishnu. Okay. So Thirumal Vidai. Vidai means Vahana. Vidai is. Now this Vishnu is described as Vahana. This Vrishabha, the form of Vahana. So Vishnu himself carries Parameshwara. This is the description that we find. Keeping that, so he has described as Vrishabhatvam. The Parameshwara is described as Vrishabha Vahana. Okay. Now the third thing is Ardhavapusha Bharyatvam. So this Amba is also described as Vishnu. Okay. Vishnu in the sense, I mean, you can philosophically you can describe it as someone who is Sarvavyapi. Vishnu who literally means Sarvavyapi. Anyway, so there are descriptions which we find wherein so Ambika is Vishnu Swarupa. Okay? So that is what he keeps in mind, and therefore he writes Ardhavapusha Bharyatum Aryapate. Then Ghoditvam. So this is Varaha Rupa, which we had come across earlier. So he takes the Varaha Rupa in order to visit the Vishwarupa of Parameshwara, human form. Okay? He goes down to see the feet. Then Sakhita. Sakhita means being a friend, consort, etc. So this we find in the Amrita Mathana. See, in the Amrita Mathana, Vishnu appears as a Mohini. So Vishnu takes the form of a female and it is a Mohini avatar. So therefore Sakhita can take it. Ghoditvam Sakhita. Then we have Mridanga Vahata as a carrier of Mridanga. So this also I wanted to find a verse. So I could manage by consulting someone. So I got this. See, it's a very nice verse. It is better to learn the verse. Okay. A nice description of what is happening in the Pradosha Kala. In the Pradosha Kala, Parameshwara's Nartanam is described nicely in one verse. Repeat. Shri Kailase Pradoshe, Shri Kailase Pradoshe, Shri Kailase Pradoshe, Natati Purahare, Natati Purahare, Natati Purahare,
Natati Purahare,
Natati Purahare, Devadaitya 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 Pashyantyam Shailaputriam Pashyantyam Shailaputriam Pashyantyam Shailaputriam Natanamati Buddha Natanamati Buddha Natanamati Buddha Svarvadhu Samvritayam Svarvadhu Samvritayam Svarvadhu Samvritayam Brahma Talancha Venum Brahma Talancha Venum Brahma Talancha Venum Kalayati Maghava Kalayati Maghava Kalayati Maghava Maddalam Chakrapani Maddalam Chakrapani Maddalam Chakrapani Dhittam Dhittam Dhimittam Dhittam Dhittam Dhimittam Dhittam Dhittam Dhimittam Dhimi Dhimi Dhimitam
Dhimi Dhimi
Dhimitam Dhimi Dhimi Dhimitam Dhindhimi Dindhimiti Dindhimi Dindhimiti. Anukarana Shabda of the Natanam. Okay. Dhittam Dhittam Dhimittam Dhimi Dhimi Dhimitam Dhindhimi Dindhimiti. Okay. Now Shri Kailase Pradoshe. See, this is the time. That is what is in the Kailasa place. Pradosha Kale Natati Purahare. Purahara here refers to Parameshwara. Okay, just now we saw no Pura. Okay, Tripura. So Purahare Natati, and Parameshwara was dancing. Who is this Parameshwara? Devadaitya Adivandye, one who is to be worshipped both by Devas and Daityas. Devadaitya Adivandye, Devadaitya Adivandye Purahare Natati. Kutra Natati? Kailase Natati. Kada Natati? Pradoshe Natati. Now, who is observing this? Pashyantyam Shailaputriam. Shailaputri Parvati was looking at the Natana of Parameshwara. Natanam Atimuda. Great happiness. So she was looking at the dance of Parameshwara. Svarvadhu Samvridayam. The description of Shailaputri. Svarvadhu Samvridayam. Not only Parvati was, but she was surrounded by various Devata. Okay, Devata Patnis. Svarvadhu Samvridayam. Then, who were accompanying Parameshwara? The accompanying artists are Brahma, Indra, and Vishnu. Understand? That's what is described here. Brahma Talam. Okay. Talam what are you? Okay. Brahma was so this Jalra kind of thing. Brahma Talam. Then Venum. Venu was played by Maghava. Maghava means Indra. Brahma Talancha Venum kalayati maghava, then maddalam chakrapanihi. So the percussionist was our Vishnu. Okay. Maddalam chakrapanihi dittam dittam dhimittam dhimi dhimi dhimitam dhimi dhimi dhimi. So this is in Natesha Stuti. There is a stotra called Natesha Stuti. So I was just searching and I got the verse. So there it is said that it is composed by Bringi Maharshi. So now you see, so all the 6 attributes are done. See. So Mridanga Vahata is over. Mridanga Vahata Chetyadi Rupam Dadhau. Manatvam Rishabhatvam Ardha Papusha Bharyatvam Aryapate Ghoditvam Sakhita Mridanga Vahata Chetyadi Rupam Dadhau. Vapade Nayanarpanam Chakratavan Swadeha Bhavo Harihi. This is another way of, so suddenly it came to my mind. Now you can just think of Tvatpade Nayanarpanam Chakratavan Tvadeha Bhavo Harihi. Tvadeha Bhaga, what does it mean? The one who is part of your body, right? So now you take Vishnu to be the other part. So he has grabbed half, let us say. Now he is closely watching the foot of Parameshwara. Which foot? The right foot, obviously. Because left foot is his own foot. Okay. Why is this fellow watching the foot of Parameshwara? So you can think of like this. It just came to your mind. Suppose, so you ask Shiva to come to your place. Parameshwara Pragacha. Now, who is to keep the first foot? Whether left or right? See? So, Vishnu may think that I have to give the first foot. Okay, Bhaktaha Ahvaidi. Okay, so before he places, I want to place. Therefore, you have to watch his foot, right? So you can think of that way. Svastave nayanarpanam chakratavan tvadeha bhago harihi. Right? Pujyat pujyataraha saye vahinachet kovaha tadanyo dhikaha. Okay. Now chant this verse. Vanatvam Vrishabhatvam Ardhavapusha Bharyatvam Ghoditvam Sakhita Mridanga Vahata Chetyadi Rupam Dadhau. Vatpade Nayanarpanam Chakratavan Tvadeha Bhago Harihi. Pujyat pujyatarasaye vahinachet kova tadanyo dhikaha. Okay, we'll stop here. Om sarve prithnasantu sarve santanyamayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukha bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti.